Before I became governor of the great state of Alaska, I was mayor of my hometown. And since our opponents in this presidential election seem to look down on that experience, let me explain to them what the job involves.
Hi, I'm Brendan Squire. I've done my share of community organizing in Philadelphia. And since Sarah Palin and John McCain seem to look down on that experience, let me explain what the job involves.
I guess a small-town mayor is sort of like a community organizer, except that you have actual responsibilities.
Yeah, right. Let me show you some community organizers, people that Sarah Palin feels didn't do anything for their communities. This useless fellow is Ben Franklin, a community organizer in Philadelphia. Franklin helped fight the American Revolution. He also established the first fire department, the first library, and the first fire insurance company. In 1747, he organized our first militia. In many ways, Franklin conceived the American nation. As such, he was utterly useless compared to a small-town mayor and PTA president named Sarah Palin.
Let me explain to them what the job involves.
This clown is Thomas Paine. A community organizer, Paine galvanized the American colonists to revolt against the British with pamphlets like Common Sense. He also coined the name of our country. You know, the United States of America. His accomplishments as a community organizer pale in comparison to the accomplishments of Sarah Palin, the small-town mayor.
Sort of like a community organizer, except that you have actual responsibilities.
This useless sack of flesh is Thomas Jefferson. His pitiful accomplishments as a community organizer include writing the Declaration of Independence, which hardly bears mentioning when you think of everything Sarah Palin has done. Jefferson was a delegate to the First and Second Continental Congress. Sarah Palin obtained funding for a bridge to nowhere. This schmuck is Paul Revere. One of those do-gooder community organizers who don't hold a candle to Sarah Palin, Revere alerted the citizens of Boston that the British were invading, which is why no one remembers him, or his catchphrase, 1 if by land, 2 if by sea.
Actual responsibilities.
And these are the Minutemen, the cream of the crop of colonial volunteer militias, who were the first armed militia to arrive or await a battle. Nowhere near as accomplished as Sarah Palin, who apparently held off the Ruskies in Alaska, these community organizers are remembered for some unknown reason. And here's a lithograph of the Boston Tea Party, in which angry colonists, outraged by unfair taxes, raided a British ship and threw all that tea into Boston Harbor. Thankfully, we have people like Sarah Palin to point out that these community organizers don't have anywhere near the responsibility of the PTA president.
Except that you have actual responsibilities.
I am so thankful to Sarah Palin for showing me the light, though it makes you wonder. If Sarah Palin and John McCain were calling the shots in 1776, we might still be paying for everything in shillings and pence. Thanks, Sarah.